You don't need a new diet, you don't need more willpower, you just need a few better food swaps. Because honestly, most of my patients are already trying to eat healthy, but sometimes we end up eating the wrong version of healthy. And those small mistakes, they quietly add hundreds of calories a day. So today I'm going to show you 7 simple food swaps that can make fat loss feel almost effortless. No extreme dieting and no cutting everything out, just smarter choices. Let's start by understanding what is healthy food because this is where most of us get confused. You may think if you buy foods labeled as organic, gluten free, vegan, or low fat, then these must be healthy and good for weight loss. But this is not always the case. A cookie is still a cookie, even if it's organic. Healthy for your body and helpful for fat loss, those are not always the same thing. And how about those 0 calorie foods? Now, this is another extreme. People go all in on 0 calorie drinks, artificial sweeteners, and diet everything. When we see 0 calorie, it feels like a free pass to I can have as much as I want to. But here's what happens on these 0 calorie foods. You don't feel satisfied, cravings stay high, and you end up eating more later. Our body is very smart. When our food lacks protein and fiber, it doesn't register as enough. So our brain keeps asking for more, and some more food. That is exactly why you can eat processed snacks but still feel hungry. Net result is you often end up consuming more total calories, not less. So, what are the 7 food swaps that can make fat loss effortless? Let's get into the good part. These are small changes, but they add up fast. Swap number 1, swap pouring oil with cooking spray. Let's talk about this. 1 tablespoon of oil is about 120 calories. If you're like me, you probably are pouring 2 to 3 tablespoons or even more without realizing. So instead of pouring oil, swap to using cooking spray or measure your oil using a tablespoon. Now remember, with cooking sprays, these are usually labeled as 0 calories. These labels are very misleading because it's still regular oil compressed in a spray bottle with about 120 calories per tablespoon. But food labeling rules allow anything under 5 calories per tiny serving to be listed as 0. So if you look at the oil spray labels, it says 0 calories for 1/4 second spray. In real life, people don't spray for just 1/4 of a second. At least I don't. We spray for several seconds, which can easily add up to 50 to 80 calories without even realizing and still thinking it's 0 calories. So while spraying is still better than pouring oil, it's not truly calorie free. It just looks like that way because of the serving size trick. So swapping pouring oil to either measuring oil or oil spray may save you 200 to 300 calories a day. And small changes like this, if done consistently, do add up. Let me know in the comments if you use oil spray and how many seconds do you usually spray. I think it will be interesting to think about it this way next time you pick up your oil spray bottle. Swap number 2, swap your oat milk to regular or 2% milk. Oat milk is higher in carbohydrates and low in protein. Oat milk isn't just sugar, but it's much lower in fiber and protein than whole oats because most fiber gets removed during processing. What's left in oat milk is mostly liquid carbohydrates that absorb quickly, so it spikes your blood sugar very rapidly. It may be fine in small amounts, but not ideal if your goal is fat loss. Let me show you this comparison table for calories and macros. Oat milk is almost similar in calories, but much lower in protein and higher carbohydrates. Dairy milk gives significantly more protein. So swap your oat milk with regular or 2% milk, or you can choose unsweetened almond milk if you like dairy-free option. Swap number 3, swap protein bars with real protein. Protein bars are a convenient food for grab and go. However, they are often very calorie dense with 200 plus calories, have sugar or artificial sweeteners, and are not very filling as they are not real food. A typical protein bar may have 250 to 300 calories with around 20 grams of protein, but it often comes with added sugar, sugar alcohols, and low satiety. For the same calories, you could have 3 eggs, half cup of Greek yogurt, or 3 to 4 ounces of chicken with veggies, giving similar or higher protein with better fullness, fewer additives, and more micronutrients. So swap your protein bars with real food with protein. Swap number 4, swap your white rice with cauliflower rice or maybe a mix of both. Let me tell you why. 1 cup cooked white rice has 200 calories, 45 grams of carbohydrates, high glycemic index, which means it raises your blood sugar quickly. While 1 cup of cooked cauliflower rice has 25 calories, 5 grams of carbohydrates, and low glycemic index, which means it doesn't raise your blood sugar as much as white rice does. So, cauliflower rice is far lower in calories and carbohydrates, higher in fiber, and causes a much smaller glucose spike. Now, if you do like your rice, here are a few things you can do to make them healthy. Cook rice and then cool them in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours, and then you can reheat and eat them. In this process of cooling white rice, some of the starch converts to what is called resistant starch, which behaves much more like fiber, so it digests slowly and reduces the blood sugar spike. Other options will be portion control on rice and pairing rice with protein and fiber, or maybe doing a mix of rice with cauliflower rice. Swap number 5, swap store-bought dressings to simple homemade dressings. Many store-bought dressings can be 120 to 200 calories per 2 tablespoons with added sugar, seed oils, and preservatives, making it easy to overconsume calories without even noticing. Homemade dressings like olive oil mixed with lemon or vinegar and herbs or yogurt based dressings are usually more nutrient dense, lower in added sugar, and easier to control for calories and ingredients, of course. The main difference here is not just calories, but how quickly hidden fats, sugar add up in the processed versions of foods. One of my favorite homemade dressing is mixing 2 tablespoons of olive oil with 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar, a pinch of salt, and black pepper. You can definitely add optional flavors like garlic or some fresh or dried herbs. Whisk and shake in a bottle until it's emulsified. You got yourself a light, free of preservatives, and healthy homemade dressing. You can make a Greek yogurt based dressing to lower the calories if you prefer. Yogurt based dressings are much lower in calories than oil based dressings, but still creamy, high protein, and very filling. Share in the comments your favorite homemade dressing recipes. Let's move to swap number 6. Swap white bread to high fiber bread. White bread leads to quick hunger return. High fiber bread leads to slower digestion. Let me show you a table for comparison. If you look here, the white bread may be a little lower in calories, but the main difference is that the whole grain and sourdough options generally improve fiber, satiety, and blood sugar control, and therefore they are better options. Swap number 7, swap ice cream with other sweets like Greek yogurt with berries. Ice cream and other ultra-processed sweets are high in calories, low in protein, and increase cravings. While a homemade, quick out of the fridge sweet treat like Greek yogurt with fresh or frozen berries has high protein and is filling. You can add splash of 0-calorie sweetener like stevia or monk fruit if you want additional sweetness. Now, which of these swaps surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about some practical strategies. Don't change everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 swaps in a week. That's it, because small changes actually stick. Fat loss doesn't come from one perfect meal or one perfect day. It comes from small decisions repeated daily. It is all about consistency. Let me ask you this. If you made just one of these swaps, which one would it be? Remember, you don't need a complete life overhaul. You don't need extreme diets, you just need a better system. And sometimes that system starts with something as simple as swapping one food for another. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Stay happy, healthy, and well. Bye for now.